OldClassicGamer here, and welcome to a brand new, exciting update. This is clearly one of the best things that I have seen online today, and I just must talk about it. So, I think it is safe to say that Crash Bandicoot GBA Trilogy is definitely coming on Wii U. This time we have a full evidence, not just a trailer, but a full confirmed evidence, and if this is fake, then I really don't know what to say. But honestly, after watching it, I think that faking something like this could take up to a few weeks, because we know that Artsy Omni easily faked Rayman in Smash, but here is the difference. His video was very short and relatively made in a small amount of time. But this video is almost 6 minutes long, and it shows the whole process of him being in a Wii U menu, launching the game, playing the game, having that virtual console pause screen and everything. So I definitely think that this is real. Crash Bandicoot is back, and he is returning with starting the Game Boy Advance Classics on Wii U. Now this is only confirmed for Japanese, of course, but I think it's just a matter of time before this is released in West as well, because Crash is more popular in Japan, but he's pretty popular everywhere else worldwide, so it would be a crazy decision not to include it. So let's play this and see. 3, 2, 1. So as we can see, here is the Wii U menu, and we see 3 games. Huge Adventure, aka Access, Entranced, and Nitro Kart. Now, he's only... Okay, we can clearly see that he loaded a state from the emulation, and this is how the game looks. And I can see that the level names are here ridiculously long in Japanese version. Okay, here he paused. Everything is... If you can fake that, if you can fake all this, here he's now booting the game from start. If you fake this, this takes a lot of time. And remember when this video was made, and the aspect ratio is a little bit weird, I do admit, but he did mention he recorded this with VCR, so I guess that explains it. Maybe he doesn't have an HD television. I don't really know, but this is real, I'm telling you. There is no way this is fake. If this is fake, then props to him, but this isn't. I am betting 95% that this is real. Crash Bandicoot Access, Entranced, and Nitro Kart are back. Back on Wii U, we're gonna be able to play them, and it's gonna be awesome. Now, he's not going to show the gameplay of the other 2 games. I suppose he's gonna do that later on in the another videos, but yeah, this is the good start. So he's not lying about it, and I'm almost sure, but still not to 95%. I'm like 60% sure now that Crash will be in Smash Brothers as DLC, because if he's telling the truth about the Virtual Console titles, there is no reason why would he add the Smash Brothers thing just to troll. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because he clearly made this video with a good intentions to spread the news, and yeah, I don't really get why are people accusing him of being a fake. Like, there is no single evidence that this is faked. He showed now everything. Him being in a Wii U menu, launching the game, he showcased the icons of 3 games, so everything he said so far turns out to be the truth. And now the question remains for some people, probably, how did he get these games? Why can't we find them on eShop, and why can he find them and we can't? Now that's an easy. He mentioned in one comment that he used to work for Nintendo and that he was fired, and that the reason why he's leaking all this information in the first place is because Nintendo fired him. So it is possible that while he was still an employee, he just simply got the games early access because I don't know. I suppose that the employees have privileges and can get early access to some content, so it makes sense. He also has a Smash Brothers. I noticed because there was a disc inserted in the menu. So the question remains: does he have a Crash DLC early access? Will he showcase it, or is it too much of an information to share early? Will he showcase the other games? We don't know, but holy shit, this is awesome. I can't wait to buy this. Gonna buy this day one. Whenever it is released in Europe on an eShop, I am going to be getting. And knowing how Crash is getting digital releases, my guesses are that the Europe is even gonna get the GBA classics before United States, because take a look at the PlayStation Network, available first in Japan, then in Europe, and on PlayStation Vita in US, still not available. So I do think that this is going to be soon available in Europe as well. On Japan, it's clearly going to be on 30th September, because yeah, come on, it's pretty much already finished. They put the games on, and they're just now waiting for a time to match with the Smash Brothers announcements. So yeah, and yeah, the early access, you can't get to that big early access, so it has to be relatively close to a release date for other regular people. So yeah, Crash will return. The only negative side about this is that Activision just showed the proof that they are using a Crash Bandicoot, so they're definitely not losing the license in 2021, which is for some people going to be very unfortunate, since many of us, including myself, were hoping that Activision will lose license eventually. But hey, maybe this is a step in the right direction. Maybe Activision will partner with Nintendo and release some Nintendo exclusive Crash games. We don't know. Maybe they turn out to be nice games that are similar to classics. Maybe actually they find some good Nintendo developer and publish it exclusively on Wii U or maybe 3DS. I don't know really. That's just my guess. And as for Sony fanboys, I have just one message, and that's shut the fuck up. You need to realize that Sony clearly, they showed they don't care for Crash that much. Ever since the E3 was finished and how they didn't announce Crash Bandicoot and they just teased him a little bit, this is how Sony sees Crash. I'm positive I got this correct. Sony only sees Crash as something from the past, with a nice little thing to throw a reference here and there just to remember the times, but they clearly do not see him as priority. If they saw him as a priority, they would land $18 million to Superbot so they can pay the license for Crash to be in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, but they clearly didn't do that, so they show they didn't care for Crash that much. And also, I just don't know, I just feel like they just think they have other profitable franchises already, so that they shouldn't waste time with a Crash Bandicoot purchasing the rights back. And yeah. And all for people saying that Crash is impossible in Smash Brothers, consider this. In the newest Skylanders game, I don't even know how the fuck is it called, because I don't care, but I watched Nintendo Direct, so I know this. Donkey Kong and Bowser are playable characters. That's right, they are released as Skylanders, and they also have amiibo compatibility, so it's like two in a one, which is pretty nice. So if they are in Skylanders game, a game published by Activision, why couldn't Crash be in Smash Brothers? If Activision is using Nintendo characters, why couldn't Nintendo use an Activision character? Just think about this. Maybe this was a trade deal. Instead of paying license in money for each companies pay each other for usage of characters or something like that, they decided to do a trade. We all know that Activision for quite some time was sad that they didn't do exclusive Nintendo deal for Skylanders, because I think that was the original plan, but they gave up, I think. And we all know that they were kind of sad because of that, because they think it would be wiser if they made a Nintendo exclusive deal, especially now when they see how amiibos are successful too. So they wanted to get some Nintendo characters in Wii U version of the new Skylanders in order to promote that and for it to sell even better. So instead of paying money to Nintendo for those characters, they just said, we would like to use Bowser and Donkey Kong in our new game, Skylanders, and in return, we are going to allow you to use Crash as a DLC in Smash Brothers for free. Just imagine like that, if some deal happened like that, so using Nintendo characters in Skylanders and Crash in Super Smash Brothers, because let's face it, Crash is definitely a better fighter than Spyro. So, and plus if they use Spyro, it would clearly be that ugly Skylanders design just for convenience. And plus Spyro was never that popular on Nintendo too much. I mean, yeah, he had the Game Boy games too, but I don't know, Crash just sold better on Nintendo systems later on than Spyro did. At least to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong. So, yeah, Crash is definitely a better choice, and plus, Crash was inactive, while Spyro already has shown proof of IP usage, so Activision is clearly not going to be losing the license anytime soon, because he is appearing in Skylanders. Yes, he's a side character, Skylanders are not Spyro games, but he's there. So, and this is the perfect way for Activision to secure the Crash license for staying. Him being in Smash Brothers counts as character usage, re-releases of those games, and we see at the beginning of the screen Activision themselves paid publishing for those games on Virtual Console, because it says Activision Publishing, not Konami like before. So yeah, they paid for those on Virtual Console. And yeah, now they secured the rights. Why they didn't do for All Stars Battle Royale? Because they were waiting for Smash, clearly. Because they saw it's going to be a better sale. Like, come on. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale was doomed from start. Because many people just don't like the clone games. But that's not the issue with me. The issue is they tried to make the game before even securing the rights for some of the characters. Like, there are many PlayStation Classic characters that are not included in the game. So, I don't really know. Well, what were they thinking? They shouldn't have even announced the game publicly until they didn't get some license for characters. Like, it's how you do. It's a PlayStation All-Stars game. You should have All-Stars, not just most of the modern characters and only some classic ones. Not to mention that Smash Brothers has way more characters in the game to begin with more coming as a DLC, because even if Crash doesn't come somehow, we're still having characters that are going to appear because of the voting ballot. It's confirmed that more will come in the future. Which ones, we don't know, but Crash Bandicoot was voted pretty well on Japanese ballot, and we see Japanese Virtual Console release first. So yeah, Crash is popular in Japan, and I'm positive this is true 95% for virtual console games. For Crash being in Smash, I think there is 60% of chance, because this turned out to be real. I mean, just watch the video and tell me, how can you make something fake but looks so convincing, like showing the menu, showing the pause, everything. You can't. It's this is the games are real, and if he was telling the truth about that, I don't see a reason why would he lie for the Smash Brothers DLC. I guess only 5 more days and we'll know the answer. I will make an update when something new is posted on Katsuo's channel, so see you guys later. Ciao, matane.